All right, we got a real spicy set of reveals today. We got all four of the new League of Explorers in the new set. All four of them today were revealed at Comic-Con around noon-ish today, and I love all of them. Now, I wasn't expecting this, but every single one of them is a singleton style card, which means they have the Reno effect of no duplicates in the deck. All four of them are singleton cards. Now, I heard from multiple different sources different things. I heard one source saying that there will not be any more singleton cards of the set other than these four, and I heard another source that said that there would be another singleton card in the set, just one more singleton card. So we'll have to wait and see to see if this archetype is getting any more support. In Standard, it's really questionable if these cards are going to be playable because there's no other singleton cards other than this set. All the singleton stuff has been moved to Wild, but in Wild, it's an entirely different ballgame here. So without further ado, let's get started. Let's get it started with our boy Bran Bronzebeard, reprinted as Dino Tamer Bran, which is a 7-mana 2/4 that battle cry. If your deck has no duplicates, summon King Crush. Summon King Crush. It's like Jan'alai, but Hunter and Beastie. You can play this with the old Bran, and you can summon two, count them, two King Crush. That's so cool. I don't think it's going to be like overpowered or anything based on the power levels of Wild, but that's so cool. I love that. It's probably bad, but I love it. It's probably bad. It's interesting to note that they kept the original stat line of Bran being a 2/4 to keep the heart of the card there. They mostly did that with the rest of them, except for Finley. But, will this card see any play? I've seen some Reno Hunter lists. They're never really truly competitively viable, but that doesn't mean that the decks don't work in themselves. Whether or not this card can be slotted into Reno Hunter is really up to the Hunter experts here to say. I'm not one of those, but I'd like to see this card see some play. I thought Jan'alai was a cool card. I think this is a cool card, so let's give it. Next up, we have the new Finley Mergleton, Sir Finley of the Sands, a 2-mana 2/3 Paladin Murloc. Battlecry. If your deck has no duplicates, discover an upgraded hero power. That's wacky. Like, in Wild, we already have a fair amount of ways to get upgraded hero powers, and it doesn't sound like that's that fascinating. Like, you could play old Finley and then play just a card and get the same effect, but that's two cards. This is just one card that if you're just playing Reno Paladin, you can right off the bat, right away, get an upgraded hero power. And that's insane. One of the reasons that we saw that like odd Paladin or like odd decks came out better than just a card in certain cases was the ability to have that hero power early in the game. And in certain cases, Finley will allow you to have a significantly stronger hero power early in the game. That's a lot better than what it sounds like. Yeah, you're playing Reno Paladin, so it's restricted to that deck, but this honestly has a lot more power than it looks like. You could get the upgraded Mage hero power, you can get the upgraded Rogue hero power, you can get the upgraded Paladin hero power. Warlock is good because you don't have Drawn Paladin. Warrior is good. Priest is good. Most of them, except for like Shaman, are good, honestly. At least like if you're playing like a control deck, most of these options are better than a 1/1. And honestly, I think this is reasonably playable in a Reno deck. I think this will see play if Reno Paladin sees play. A lot of people think that this is one of the worst options, but I just don't agree with them. I usually don't make some strong stances in these reviews, but I think that the new Finley has just a lot of potential to be really good in Reno Paladin. Anyway, next up we have the new Reno, Reno the Relicologist, a 6-mana 4/6, just like he was before. Battle Cry, if your deck has no duplicates, deal 10 damage, randomly split among all enemy minions. We've seen the animation for this card. It is sick. It is beautiful. He fires a magical Gatling gun. It's just beautiful. I don't care if this card is good. Is this card good? It's good board control. I think it's a little underestimated by the public. From what I've seen, most public opinion doesn't think that this card is all that strong. But I've been seeing opinions from Wild and Standard players, so we'll have to see. Reno Mage is kind of like on the verge of playable, so this is a questionable one. Whether or not it's powerful or not, though, it's still really cool. That's all I care about. It's just sick. All right, last up, and probably one of the most complicated ones to talk about, is the new Elise card, Elise the Enlightened. And before I do this review, I should point out that Elise is now the most printed card in all of Hearthstone, if you include the fact that Elise is also a playable hero skin. That means Elise has been reprinted 4 times, which beats Dr. Boom's 3 times. Anyway, this card, 5 mana, 5/5, just like Elise the Trailblazer. Battlecry, if your deck has no duplicates, duplicate your hand. Now, that's really sick sounding, but it's really weird. You're sacrificing duplicates to add duplicates to your deck, to your hand. So you're getting rid of duplicates to get duplicates. That sounds pointless at first, but in some cases it's not. So if you're playing like a control Reno deck, first off, you can get copies of legendaries, which you couldn't run 2 of in the first place. And if you're running the right legendaries, Reno Jackson, then you can get multiples of cards that you wouldn't have before, that you couldn't have multiples of before. And in the case of just regular cards, it's not exactly like you're getting rid of duplicates to get duplicates, because even though you are doing that, it's kind of like you're drawing cards because you get those cards instantly, just right away from playing 1 card. So it's an increase in card advantage. So it's not the same. You have more cards in your deck, and in a control deck, that matters. We haven't really seen Reno Druid ever really be a thing, but with the right setup, especially with how powerful Druid can be in Wild with all of its really good control tools, there's a chance that this just could work as well. If you could find the right combo, this works to activate combo decks to make certain things work. As well, if you can get 2 Elise the Enlightened into your hand, you will continue to go infinite for the rest of the game, unless you shuffle things back into your deck and then you play out the Elises. But anytime you play out an Elise, you're duplicating your hand. So if you can get 2 of them in your hand, you can just continue to copy the cards in your hand, which can be really powerful. It's kind of like Dead Man's Hand, and it's kind of like Plot Twist. But in this case, the duplicates that you're creating are going right into your hand, and you can play them right away. So you can just get value on value on value. And like in that case, it's not like letting you go infinite by destroying Fatigue, but Druid already can do that. Druid can already put Jade Idols into their deck, and you just need to run a single Jade Idol, which you would only be running 1 anyway. But I think that there's a lot more to this card than meets the eye when you first look at it. I think that this card can do a lot for a controlled Druid if Reno Druid could work. And that's going to be it for this video. We're going to be seeing a lot more cards starting up very soon. Like, card reveal season starts tomorrow, so we're going to be doing a lot more videos all the time. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this review, please consider checking out my other reviews and my gameplay videos. But either way, have a nice day. Thanks for watching.